Good evening, Battlefield Esports fans, and welcome to another stream here with the Hardcore League with myself, guys, KLW Hitman Pike, Battlefield Esports Shoutcaster, coming straight at you. How the devil are we this evening? Hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend. Lots of Battlefield action last night during Friday Night Battlefield. Great fun to be a part of. I did a little bit of streaming earlier on, and then caught some metal myself with some of the Battlefield Esports teams out there. In the meantime, tonight, guys, we've got Grand Operations coming at you as Grand Competition. And, of course, this is going to be the Hardcore League's Battlefield Esports take on Grand Operations. We're going to be letting our esports teams have a go, bringing all those murderers to the field. And these guys are going to be getting on it hard tonight. So looking forward to seeing what these guys are going to be bringing to the table in terms of the action. Right now, we're just waiting for things to kick off. We are currently in a burn round on Narvik at the moment. And then we will be kicking things off, going live. But in the meantime, guys, we're just going to have a little chat about what we've got coming up over the next couple of weeks. And in case you missed it, we also had a new episode of Shots Fired Podcasting. That was episode 1.7. So we are getting very close to the end of our pilot season, season 1. And we'll be coming back with even bigger, better things, more fixtures, and just more content for you guys to get your teeth into when season 2 of Shots Fired Podcasting kicks off. In the meantime, guys, really looking forward to tonight's event. I've just already had a look around. We've got some big names in the server tonight, guys. Some names that you guys are going to recognise. So we'll be going through those shortly. I'm just waiting for things to load back in, and hopefully the server has been crashing for me somewhat in spectator mode. I have found this is something that possibly we're going to need to highlight to DICE. It does seem to be a bit of a frequent issue. It happened to me twice last night. So if it does happen, guys, I do apologise. I'll just fire onto this screen and you'll have to put up with my ugly mug. In the meantime, let's take a look at that chat. We've got Foggy10 in the chat. Foggy, what is going on, my dude? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Foggy, of course, guys, if you're not familiar, is one of our members of staff here at the Hardcore League. Also with Foot Me Silly, bringing in the woot woot. My dude, what is going on? I'm almost ready to say my Dave then, but you're not really a guy called Dave, are you? Alright, then we've got Karma. Karma, what is going on? Them AOTG boys showing out on the burn around. Ah, my dude, they are going to be kicking some backside tonight. We've seen awesome stuff from AOTG. Awesome stuff indeed. Reckham Tech, what is going on, my dude? Hope you're having a good stream. ERW405 in the stream. Guys, this man is a legend. Check him out. We also got Mason in there as well. Mr. Mason being one of the founders to Hardcore League. And very busy behind the scenes making this all possible. As are a lot of the staff. We've got a lot of staff behind the scenes, guys. You would not believe how many staff we've got going on helping us out with various tasks. There's a lot going on to make this all possible, guys. And we do thank the staff for the time and effort they put in behind the scenes. Alright, we got Dunk TTV. What's going on with that name, dude? You're not happy with 1TV? No, 1T and TV? You just got to confuse this. I am a dyslexic streamer, guys, so I do occasionally massacre players' names, and it can be really, really funny sometimes. Alright, ERW. I'm good, thank you, my dude. I'm good. I'm really looking forward to the action we've got lined up for you guys tonight. It is going to be full of those oh my days moments. I'm going to be delivering that true drama this evening. I am looking forward to it. It has to be said. Alright, so we are loading back in. I think we're good to go here. I'm going to fire over to the main game screen in a moment. But for those of you that are new to the channel, I know there are people out there, and this is a very serious condition that people have to suffer with. Have you ever had IBS? Have you ever had those days where you can't get out of bed because the IBS is so bad? Then don't worry, Hardcore League has your back. Check it out.
Playing with IBS has always been a struggle of mine, but I'm not alone. thousands of Battlefield players just like me suffer from irritable blueberry syndrome. But there is hope.
Hardcore League is a major advancement in the treatment of irritable blueberry syndrome and reduces the likelihood of encountering PTFO inhibitors. When compared to other PTFO therapies, Hardcore League has been proven to help players live significantly longer without IBS flare-ups or growth.
Hardcore League changed what I thought was possible for IBS treatment.
Ask your doctor about once daily Hardcore League and visit hardcoreleague.co for more information. Hardcore League may cause serious side effects including elation. The most common side effects are lack of sleep, extended gaming, trouble stopping, newfound love of the game, excessive fun, and advanced PTFO.
They're going to be dedicated just on the air combat side of things. Looking forward to Battlefield 5. Fair play, absolutely outstanding. Oh my days! Oh my goodness, and he gets the two-piece, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and there it is right there. We're moving to the top. Oh, getting an awesome kill on Marcelo there. That was on point.
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play.
Okay, you guys, you wanted it and you asked for it, so we brought it. Grand competitions. This is going to be the first time that we've ever had a Battlefield Esports Grand competitions. Unfortunately, the server isn't locked down, so we are going to have some randoms in there. But pre-RSP, that is just unfortunately going to have to be the case anyway. So we'll kick off with some action now, guys, in the meantime. Also, we're going to be coming in from our featured streamers as well, guys, so there's going to be opportunity for you lovely people to take a look at what is going on with the individual squads themselves. At the moment, just landing with Bachelor Pad representing PT. And he is unfortunately going straight down there to Hubert. Hubert taking no prisoners there at all, and just landing back on Eye for an Eye, energizing 99, making use of the oh wow, he's got a gold-plated weapon. Yeah, I thought he did. That's quite impressive. I haven't got any gold-plated weapons. I wish I had some gold-plated weapons. Of course, guys, just to explain, we are still in the burn round at the moment. Not too much going on, just waiting for these guys to kick things off and go live. But in the meantime, let's just take a look at how those two teams are formed up at the moment. We've got the red team represented the Access, and the Access are currently pushing hard into Alpha to retake that and re-secure it. It does look like they're coming back off the back end of an Allied offensive there, but the Allies taking heavy casualties. We've got Rios Pieces down in the background there, along with Coloured Greens as well. Team leader for Apex, who, guys, is going to be in the Shots Fired podcasting episode in a couple of weeks' time, so do keep an eye out for that information. He's quite an interesting person to speak to. Look at the amount of casualties that the Allies are taking right now on this ground floor. We've got Sparkless Flame, though, moving in, doing that PTFO, getting the revives. So I'm just going to land with his casualty, who's just managed to get the two-piece, taking out Enjoy Warchild. Didn't even see where we got first time around, but Wonder in the Samurai being extremely effective with that MP40, and that was an absolutely lovely, sexy little two-piece that we caught there, ladies and gentlemen. So just sticking with Wonder for the moment. Let's see how he gets on. He's got a casualty downstairs. He's not going to move through to that revive. He gets the three-piece, gets the revive. Absolute PTFO from Eye for an Eye at the moment. These guys are a really on-point community. If you want to get involved with Eye for an Eye, guys, just speak to one of their members. They will be able to help you out with getting recruited. Alright, just covering AMP in the Blenheim at the moment. Looks like he really knows what he's doing. Going for the vertical assault with those bombs. Is he going to get... Oh! There it is, guys! He gets the free piece. And that was pretty impressive, flying from AMP right there, representing Prototype Gaming in the Blenheim. Absolutely outstanding performance right there. But I'm just going to carry on a little bit, and let's just take a look at the old top-down perspective. Just to remind you guys, we are still in the burn round right now. These guys, of course, playing Grand Competition, or otherwise as it's known, Grand Operations. And this is an opportunity for all our esports teams to get their teeth involved and see how this game mode flows. Deadeye did go through the various points that the founders of Hardcore League look at when considering whether to take on a new mode as an esports mode. And for more details on that, you can check out episode 1.7 of Shots Fired Podcasting. Oh my days, that was quite close bombing run there, but unfortunately getting no kills. Seeing quite a lot of tags on the field at the moment. We've got Icon, we've got RES, we've got LRRP, I for an I, TG, PG, Strike Team 6 in the background there, represented by Blake the Bait. We've seen quite a lot of action from Blake the Bait and Strike Team 6 over the past year, a community who have been incredibly active on the Battlefield esports scene. Crazy at the moment, staff member for the Hardcore League. He also does have a interview coming up as well in the near future with Shots Fired Podcasting, so do keep an eye out for that, guys. Unfortunately going down there, so just covering back on Wanda in Samurai at the moment, who has been so on point this round. Unfortunately going down after getting the one piece with his MP40, just landing here on Grey St. Maur 420. Of course, guys, Grey being a very well-known member of the Hardcore League and Battlefield esports community, he puts forward Strike Team 6 as being their team leader and founder. Strike Team 6 has been running since well over 10 years now, so I think since about 2008. Alright, just covering Mr. Vice Admiral at the moment with 991 IN tags. I don't recognise those tags, though. It's possibly that he is a Blueberry. Just going to cover him for the moment just to see whether he is able to bring those Oh My Days moments. And not seeing too much action from him right now, so we're just going to shift on and just cover Fartbox for the moment. Getting that revive on his buddy. He's taking his time about it. Must not be a medic class, but he just got the 200 points for the revive. So really on point there at the moment, making use of the Sublanda 1906 with the P38 backing him up as his secondary rifle. Absolutely fantastic loadout right there. He's got 2 Panzerfirsts lined up just in case he comes across any tanks. So we should see interesting things from him if he does come across any armour. Alright, just covering Sparklers. Oh my apologies. Sidium at the moment. Sidium representing Eye for an Eye. We're seeing a lot of Eye for an Eye players in here tonight, guys. And we will be dropping in with a couple of the players' streams later on just to have a listen into their comms and see how these guys are getting on. Alright, Sidium at the moment just regenerating the health for his squad mates. Covering things on Alpha. They are still hot. Looks like he's got a contact to his 12 o'clock. Collard Green's his teammate going down to his 12. And it looks like they've moved in fast to that building and taken that enemy contact down. I'm seeing enemy contacts. No, he's down. He's taking contacts left, though, going for the resupply there. And it looks like Southern Chick, also staff member representing Icon, getting the revive there. Icon are going to be making an appearance back to the Battlefield esports scene, guys, and that is a great thing to see because Icon, back in the day of Battlefield 4, were an amazing team and will definitely, no doubt, put a brilliant Battlefield 5 team forward as well. Foggy 10 coming in with the 500 bits there. My dude, thank you so much. That is appreciated. You are an absolute legend. Alright, so let's just move on to the top-down perspective. I always like to look at the tactical, strategic layout of the teams, see how these guys form up against each other. Right now, we're seeing a bit of a front line and a bit of a vanguard develop of allied members at what would be Delta Objective if we were playing Conquest. And they are moving up to Bravo, trying to create a front line here, guys. We can see Apex Wiki 13 backed up by Southern Chick, and they are moving in hard. Who's going to take it, guys? Southern Chick and Medican going up against each other, and Southern Chick takes it. Oh my days, Southern Chick laid Medicant out there. That was savage. Alright, so let's just land with Southern here for a minute. Oh, Hennessy. And just catch... I'm sorry, this is moving too quickly there. We saw too many names. We had Hennessy, we had Nemesis, we had Romulus, we had all the names right there. Alright, and here she is, Recess Pieces. Going to be covering Recess a little bit later in the stream, guys. And she is currently making use of the Sturmwagen. And she has the automatic pistol backing her up. Anti-tank grenades and a Panzerfirst, as well as sticky bombs. She is going to be incredibly dangerous to any armor, especially if she gets in close range, and it'll be interesting to see how she gets on. Currently going with 5 kills to 4 deaths with a score of 3,600 points, considering we are only shortly into the round. That's quite an impressive score. Getting the kill there on Blake the Bait, representing Strike Team 6. That was incredible to watch. Fukmi coming in with those oh my days moments. Absolutely, my dudes. Alright, we've got Mac Bullets dropping in with the hello. What is going on, my dude? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for stopping by. If this is your first time joining us, then don't forget to hit that follow, hit that like, hit that share. Let those people of Twitter know that we are here smashing some of the best Battlefield esports that you can see in 5 right now. We're covering Happy Camper 1125, and he has just got the revive there. Unfortunately, guys, that possibly might be a hard crash. And yeah, just
Playing with IBS
they're going to
has
be
always
dead there
been a
with
struggle
just
of mine.
on the air
But I'm
combat
not
side
alone.
of things. Looking
Thousands
forward
of
to
Battlefield
Battlefield
players
5.
just like me suffer from
Fair
irritable
play,
blueberry
absolutely.
syndrome.
But
There's hope.
Hardcore League is a major advancement in the treatment of irritable blueberry syndrome and reduces the likelihood of encountering PTFO inhibitors. When compared to other PTFO therapies, Hardcore League has been proven to help players live
getting it off
significantly
the yellow
longer without
mark.
IBS flare-ups or growth.
That was
Hardcore
on
League
point.
changed what I thought was
That right there is
possible
how
for
you
IBS
dogfight, ladies
treatment.
and gentlemen.
Ask
What a
your doctor
play.
about once daily Hardcore League and visit hardcoreleague.co for more information. Hardcore League may cause serious side effects, including elation. The most common side effects are lack of sleep, extended gaming, trouble stopping, newfound love of the game, excessive fun, and advanced PTFO.
We've seen a lot of love for LRRP in the chat, so they think they are going to win. LRRP for the win. Going to the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I like to see. That is what I like to see.
Oh my days! Oh my goodness! And he gets the 2-piece, ladies and gentlemen!
If you haven't already done so, hit that clip because that was absolutely amazing.
Oh my God! The boys over at LRRP just suffered a loss of one of their members. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to just take a minute of silence for that young man. Oh, and there it is right there. Lurk moving to the top. Lurk moving forward. What a match. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
Alright guys, my apologies for that. As was mentioned in the chat, Battlefield 5 does still need some aspects of it fixing. Definitely, we do seem to suffer a lot of crashes in spectator mode, and I will be feeding that back via the appropriate channels, and unfortunately just suffering another crash there. Wow, this game is definitely not being my friend tonight. So I do apologise guys, definitely not like how we like to run things here at the Hardcore League. But unfortunately, with it being a new game, you know, there are always going to be issues with it. In the meantime, that was Long Range Recon Patrol's invitational video, and wow, what a video. I'm going to come straight at you again with another amazing video, guys. This time it's Strike Team 6 coming at you, and wow. these guys, they're just coming up with these awesome videos right, left and center. Does your team need a video? Then you can head over to hlteams.com and get set up with our graphics package. It's definitely worth the money that you'll pay, and it will make your team look very, very professional. Here you go, guys. Check out Strike Team 6.
Staggering out. Look at this squad movement right here. You don't see this in non-competitive gaming, guys. You don't see it. You don't see this in pub matches unless it's a competitive team in the pub match. SWAT, though, look at this. Coming back. They've got the Echo, they've got the Alpha, they've got the Bravo, and they're trying to secure the Charlie.
Map 2. The winners are Strike Team 6, and we are heading to overtime.
There you have it, guys. If you're looking to join a good team, then you've got Long Range Recon Patrol, Strike Team 6. We've also got so many other teams out there for you to join. All you have to do is head over to hlteams.com. I'm sure one of the mods in the chat will pop a link up for you guys to check it out, but I know we've probably got some new people in the stream tonight who are unfamiliar with Battlefield Esports or unfamiliar with the Hardcore League. This is your opportunity, guys, to get yourselves showcased. If you want to see yourselves out there, then all you have to do is get signed up with us. There's so many great opportunities here at the Hardcore League, so many different things that we've got going on, you know, everything from podcasts, blogs, you know, to good team support. We can get you set up and ready to go. All right, let's take a look at what's been going on here whilst we've been away. Looks like these guys have swapped up maps now, and we are going to be kicking things off, starting with Charlie at the moment, just covering Bachelor Pad, backed up by Collard Greens. Bachelor taking a lot of hits there. Reese's Pieces also moving up as well, just landed with Reese's for the moment, and she is kicking things off and making use of the Esmely Turner, which of course, guys, is a mixture of the M1 Garand and the Esmely rifle that was the British standard issue pretty much during World War I and World War II. This guy's taking a lot of hits there. Wiki just going down on Collard Greens is 12 there. And Collard's unfortunately going down there. Didn't get, unfortunately, catch who to. Alright, these guys pretty much fighting as a very strict vanguard, landing with Crazy for the moment. Crazy getting the grenade out there. No hits though, he's managed to blow up the resupply crate. I would imagine. No? Quite surprised at that at the moment. And looks like Crazy making use of the M1A1 carbine at the moment on Charlie objective. Covering these guys quite well, doing a good job of it. If there's anyone you want to see covered, guys, alright, there you go. ERW dropping in those bitties. Absolutely, my dude. Let's go and cover some Apex for you. If you want to see anyone covered, guys, you just drop those bitties and I will land with them. So we've got Wiki 13. He's gone for the Blenheim at the moment. Not too sure whether these guys are too strict on who's going to be their vehicle operators, you know, but when the Battlefield esports season does kick off, truly, these teams will be very much strict about who their pilots and who their bomb, you know, so who their tank operators are. And at the moment, Reese's has got Dalish Hart on his 6, represented by TG. This could be an issue for him. He's also got another fighter going down in the background. Can't quite see who that is in the background there. But Wiki is also taking some AA fire right now. He's currently at 91 health, so you know, those bombers, they take quite a lot of damage before they really start losing their maneuverability, but they're not that maneuverable to begin with, so that can be an issue for them. But right now, sticking with Team Apex at the request of ERW405, who came in with the 100 bits. Just to remind you guys, if you want to see someone covered specifically, all you've got to do is drop those bitties. Oh my days, there it goes! Oh, and unfortunately he goes down there. That was a great effort right there. He just took so much damage and kept flying. Alright, just landing with LRP's Moody Prince kill at the moment, making use of the STG-44. He's got the M1911 backing him up there, and it looks like he's got his kit rigged out for anti-tank warfare, which on this map is a little bit redundant given that there is no armor. Alright, looking at Manny Savage at the moment. He's, again, I think that's making use of the Esmeralda Turner if I'm not mistaken. I'm just getting used to my weapons, guys. Unfortunately, they don't have a name for them in-game, so it is a little bit of a job for me to call it out just off how the weapon looks. The fun of being a dyslexic, I'm afraid, short-term memory loss. Alright, so covering Delta at the moment. Manny Savage still pushing up hard with a kill-death ratio of 34 kills to 13 deaths. That is nothing short of incredible. This guy is laying the pain down, taking no casualties and committing those war crimes. These guys are super on point on this objective at the moment. It is just incredible to see these guys working together. So, oh my days! That was just incredible kill by Amp! Wow! Sorry guys, that I just get so carried away with this, but damn! That was just a savage bomber kill right there on Delta objective. Wow! Okay, let's just take a look because I need to calm down. So let's go to a quieter part of the map. Just covering the allies at the moment. We've got Acidium, Fartbox, Booyah, Deadeye. Let's just cover Deadeye. Deadeye being founder of the Hardcore League, unfortunately going down to Shifty Lake. I have promised to Deadeye that I will try and not make him look stupid. Literally those words. His words, not mine, by the way. So, you know, I can't say anything when it comes to Dead. You know, I don't want to lose my job, as it were. But yeah, no, Dead is the founder, and we have a lot to be thankful to Dead for. He is the guy pushing Battlefield Esports. He is at the tip of the spear of the assault, guys. So very much a man to get in touch with if you have any questions about the ongoings of Hardcore League. Reese's Pieces going down to Murdered, very aptly named there, representing RES. These guys just having a little bit of tit for tat on Echo objective. And it looks like Murdered's going to move up onto Wiki. Wiki getting the revive there and going down. Unfortunately, Reese's Pieces went straight down after getting revived. Is Murder going to get it? Oh, there we go. We're seeing a bit of a flank now by Stevie Steescos. And these guys have just come in there and just surrounded them from both sides and hunted them down. That was incredible to watch. No, thank you very much, QT. QT coming in the chat there, guys. QT, of course, being head moderator for the Hardcore League. And she has a pretty thankless task a lot of the times. Has to put up with a lot of the issues, not a lot, but some of the issues that can develop from having a large group of people together on the internet. And we definitely thank her and her awesome team of mods who have absolutely been slamming it recently. Alright, these guys at the moment, Phoenix Elite Network moving up. Lillian, stroke my goats. Oh, Jesus. Alright, moving up into Charlie objective and taking out the allies with Stream Prejudice there. We've got Crazy backing them up. Murdered there as well. Nemesis, Hemessy, some absolutely iconic names, it has to be said, moving into Charlie, and it is fantastic to see these guys moving in. We've seen this objective change hands a number of times. This has been the focus point throughout, and oh my days, ERW coming in with the 1500 bitties. He wants to see those awesome players over at Team Apex. So dude, I'm gonna take you and let's go and see if we can cover ourselves some lovely Apex players. Bear with me, my dude. Alright. Alright, we'll cover Collard Greens. Collard Greens being team leader for Apex, and he's currently making use of the Esmeralda Turner. This seems to be a very popular weapon amongst the Battlefield Esports teams. I'm definitely recognising a theme, and he's going to go in. Is he going to be able to get the one piece there? No, he's going for the reload, and that's a quick reload, and boom, he gets the one piece as he moves into Bravo objective. Alright, let's see where this fire's coming in from, because right now he's taking fire from his 6, unfortunately. Going down, and didn't catch who that was to. It was Medicat taking him out there. So let's just see who else we can pick up from Apex. Give me a second, guys. Alright. Just want to see if we got any other Apex in there. But Wiki has been killing it recently, so we will land on Wiki by the looks of it. Yeah, I think it's just Wiki. Let's see. No one looks to be there. Just bear with me, guys. It's always the way. Never find an Apex when you want one. Of course, guys, if you like what you're watching, what you're listening to, don't forget to hit that follow, hit that like, hit that share. You are watching some of the best Battlefield esports that we have to offer. And let's see if we can throw up a little bit of Reese's Pieces' stream and see how she's getting on. Just bear with me. She's still making use of the Esmeralda Turner. Seems to be a favourite of hers right now, which, again, we were talking about it earlier. Taking 55% hit there. Could have been worse, though.
There! Looks like trouble!
Okay, she's moving in on Wiki. Wiki now going to attempt that revive. Going to need the smoke here. Getting flanked, though, in a dangerous position. Very vulnerable. Just moving on to Romulus 750. Alright, we're just going to land with Reese's for the moment.
Definitely go follow my boy, Pendaz. Literally one of the best battle players on the whole planet. He had some of the sickest, dopest clips. Everybody agrees. He just uses explosives like nobody else. I'm playing like terribly today. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Bye bye Leon. Shit. I'm back. Will it work? Watch out. PG's coming out.
Oh no.
Halt still, das haben wir gleich. He's on the very edge of the mountain. Hold on, I'm holding it. I'm dealing. Push. Wheel.
So we're seeing some pretty solid squad communication coming from Reese's and his squad mates right there. These guys taking a lot of fire though. Looking at it, they are struggling. So let's just take a look at see. Oh, Collard Green's got himself in a sticky predicament now, where unfortunately getting killed in action as he leaves the map, falling down a bit of a crevasse there. Alright, let's just cover Romulus for the moment. These guys seem to have a real thing for the assault class right now, which is going to hinder them. They've got no medics, no support, and no recon. So, you know, right now that is pretty big mistake to see from such an experienced team. Just landing with Hennessy right now, representing Icon. Hennessy is a very much a veteran member of the Hardcore League and the Battlefield esports scene. We haven't seen too much from Hennessy or Icon throughout Battlefield 1, but they have come back with a vengeance for Battlefield 5, and hopefully we're going to be seeing a lot more of them in the coming months and weeks, because they are an absolutely awesome community. A lot of respect for Icon and the roots that they've come from. All these teams out here, you know, a lot of them really are on point. Just noticing we've got some Enjoy in the server at the moment, so I'm going to try and cover Enjoy in a little bit. Enjoy again are one of the strongest platoons in Battlefield esports, and definitely one not to be messed with. So really good to get involved with. Let's just take a look at Strike Team 6. We've got Shifty Lake. I've seen Shifty in a few matches recently, and he's been really on point as a player. Currently got 62 kills to 34 deaths, and that is just, wow, that is incredible. These guys are just getting the absolute mad kill-death ratios all around. In a minute, I will take a look at the scoreboard, guys. There he goes, getting Booyah in the back, and that gives me a lot of pleasure because Booyah killed me with a PAC-14 earlier this week, and it was pretty savage, but unfortunately, it looks like Apex Moose taking out one of the Strike Team 6 team there, but covering Blade Bates at the moment. Going 79 kills to 40 deaths, ladies and gentlemen. That is just outstanding. Is he going to hit the 100 piece? Who knows? Who knows, guys? But let's keep an eye on that. Let's definitely keep an eye on that. And there she is, the wonderful Southern chick, making use of the STG-44. And there's Deadeye in the background. Unfortunately, he looks to be down again. I don't know whether this is a bit of a theme, but every time I seem to land on Deadeye, he seems to be, unfortunately, dead. Alright, so let's just take a look at the moment. Virtue putting a lot of fire down on the Hardcore League squad there, and that looks like a win there for the Access. Congratulations to them, winning by 237 tickets. Brilliant. And ERW coming in with a number 100 bitties for Wiki, Collard Greens, Reese's Pieces, and Romulus. I tell you what, Apex are really making it rain tonight, aren't they? Alright guys, if you want to see your team showcased on the Battlefield Esports Arena, then it's pretty simple. All you have to do is head over to hlteams.com. One of the mods will put a link up in the chat for me, no doubt, as they are very kind. Alright, check it out guys. Now, there are people out there.
Playing with Ivy's always...
Now, sorry, as I was saying, there are people out there who suffer with many afflictions, but one of them, you know, it's hard for people to deal with. You know, it takes a lot out of people, and we're here at the Hardcore League. You know, we've gone away, we've thought about it, and you know, we want to bring a cure about for this. It's an internationally recognised disease, you know, and it causes millions each year to feel slightly uncomfortable. I'm talking about irritable blueberry syndrome, guys. I suffer with it, you suffer with it, we all suffer with it. So guys, here's the cure.
Playing with IBS has always been a struggle of mine. But I'm not alone. Thousands of Battlefield players just like me suffer from irritable blueberry syndrome. But there is hope.
Hardcore League is a major advancement in the treatment of irritable blueberry syndrome and reduces the likelihood of encountering PTFO inhibitors. When compared to other PTFO therapies, Hardcore League has been proven to help players live significantly longer without IBS flare-ups or growth.
Hardcore League changed what I thought was possible for IBS treatment.
Ask your doctor about once daily Hardcore League and visit hardcoreleague.co for more information. Hardcore League may cause serious side effects, including elation. The most common side effects are lack of sleep, extended gaming, trouble stopping, newfound love of the game, excessive fun, and advanced PTFO.
Alright guys, here we go with map 2, round 1, and just covering the Access at the moment. These guys have got the job of defense, and they've got a number of sites that they've got to defend: Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. For those of you that haven't played Grand Operations, the Allies now have to attack, but first they have to get safely out of these planes by parachuting. Then they have to collect the bombs on the floor and then move those bombs up to the various attack sites. And there we have it, guys. That is an absolutely fantastic cinematic scene there, guys. Look at that. And there we go. We have a pretty solid front line. These guys all moving up. Blake the Bait taking the bomb on the right. Manny Savage taking the bomb on the left. Straight away, there it goes, guys. First blood goes to Panda, taking out Creeland, representing Battlefield League. Battlefield Nations. Alright. And it looks like Warchild going down to Collard Greens. Collard Greens also going down. These guys taking a pretty solid hit. But that is a pretty straight front line that we are seeing develop between the two communities. And I'm not forgetting you there, ERW. Let's go and cover Wiki here for the minute if I can find him. Just bear with me. Can I see him on the map at all? Let's have a look here. I see Apex at the moment, so Apex being on the Access team. Let's just see if I can find them. There we go, Wiki's down at the moment. I'll just land with Romulus until Wiki comes back up. Romulus making use of the SMLE Turner, a very effective weapon it would appear, and very much a choice weapon between the Battlefield esports players. Romulus going for that revive at the moment. He's not a medic, so that revive is going to take him just that little bit longer. Makes him that little bit more vulnerable, but now Wiki's up, we can cover him at the request of ERW, who's just put in 100 bits there. Thank you very much, my dude. All the bits that you put into this channel, guys, go straight back into you, the community. You are our passion. This is your platform to showcase yourselves as individuals and as teams. So right now, sticking with Wiki, getting the one piece there with the SMLE Turner, getting the what's he doing? Reloading. That's it. That's the one. Getting the reloading pretty quick there. And he's straight back down range. Getting that fire superiority out, which is pretty good to see. Almost getting the kill there. He's done quite significant damage. Almost 250 in damage there alone. These guys at the moment, they are struggling though. They access have the high ground, which gives them the advantage of not being vulnerable. Man Bear Pig dropping into chat. What is going on, my dude? Thank you so much for stopping by. Always good to see you. Awesome name. Man Bear Pig is so real, and I wish more people would believe you. Alright, we've also got Native Esports TV dropping the host. Thank you so much, guys. That was very kind of you. We really do appreciate support from yourselves. Alright, is he going to get it? Yes, he does. Stroke my goat every time. Every time I read that guy's name. Why is he stroking the goat? Where's he stroking the goat? Is it proper? Is it improper? I don't want to know, but my brain goes there every time. The images I get in my head is crazy. If you love this East community, support the community. Absolutely, my dude. We appreciate the support of the of you guys out there, and there's many ways you can support us. You can support us by hosting us, by coming to our events, by sharing our content, by signing up at the Hardcore League website. This is the #1 place for Battlefield esports, guys. We're making it happen right here, and we want to make this happen for you guys. This is what we want to do for everybody. We're not here. We've not got any ulterior motives. We are 100% here for you guys. You are our passion. All right. Sticking with Wiki at the moment. He is just slaying, getting 8 kills to 0 deaths, ladies and gentlemen. Make that 9 kills as he pops off Hubert. Hubert, poor guy, has just died a couple times to Wiki, I believe, this round. Oh, is he going to come away? Yes, he does. He gets Video Game Freaks. He's just not going to die. Look at him. He's 63% health. He's taken so many rounds. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, going down to Moody Prince representing Long Range Recon Patrol. Checking out Spaceman X3. He is making use of the Gavia. Lovely weapon. Very stable. Oh, wow. Look at that for a shot and a half. I think that was upper body mass. 1 in, negative out, upper chest, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, pushing in. He gets Old Bull Donkey on the objective right now, providing a pretty good assault. But he needs someone needs to bring up some bombs here, because these guys need to start taking out some objectives. They've only taken out 1 objective so far. And just looking at that top-down perspective, Delta, Bravo, and Charlie still active at the moment. We're just seeing some reinforcements coming in at the moment. Let's just land with Kree. See how he gets on there. Kree coming in slowly. Backed up by Medicant, your real father, and murdered. Apex Moose got the high ground though, and he's managed to get the toothpiece. He's not realised your real father is there on his 6 before he goes down to Video Game Freaks. These guys now moving up. We've got PG and PG Community. These guys, of course, being representatives of Point Gap. Very much on point. This is just incredible. Thank you very much, Native Esports. As I say, we do really appreciate your support. And yeah, absolutely. Give them hell, boys. Go catch some metal. Come on now. I want to see those oh my days moments. Alright, Video Game Freaks getting the... I wonder whether I can... Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the way it throws you off with their grenade. Alright, these guys getting slaughtered on the assault here. We're seeing the Allies make a valiant effort onto Charlie, but no one has the bomb. Where is the bomb, guys? These guys need a bomb. Until they get a bomb, They are redundant. What needs to happen is everyone needs to move up together as a team. They need to cling up round the bomb. It's no good clearing your path to the objective. You have to push up. It's like a game of American football. You know, you've got to move up as a vanguard and absolutely overrun, because that bomb carrier is gonna go down, and you have literally got to piggyback that bomb all the way from the objective. Sorry, from your home base to the objectives. But looking at it right now, the Allies have swamped Charlie objective. They are taking heavy casualties. Looking behind Charlie, guys, we have a solid front line of the access. Let's just land with Deadeye. Deadeye's got his beacon down there. Deadeye is a sniper at the moment. Looks like he's making use of these. I'm not too sure what that weapon's called. It's something beginning with R. Someone tell me in the chat. I will get my weapons locked down eventually. Alright, unfortunately going down there. Deadeye really struggling to stay up, possibly because he's a sniper. Snipers are definitely easy prey sometimes on these close quarters maps. But yeah, let's just take a look through the kill death ratios here, guys. Alright, let's land the Wiki 13 here. We've had a lot of people wanting Wiki to get hosted, so just throwing him up for the moment. If I'm not mistaken, is he making use of the Sablander or the Esmali Turner? It is the Esmali Turner. I'm sure it's the Esmali Turner. It is. Yeah, it is. I'm confirming that. Alright, these guys have got a pretty solid hold right now. There's very little that the Allies can do to break this defense by the looks of it. The Germans have now pushed up onto Charlie and are holding it very solidly, doing an incredibly good job. And we're seeing quite the front line develop of the Allies as they struggle to cross the open ground that we have to our immediate 12 o'clock. Alright, War Dog moving across the open there. Blake the Bait, Hubert, and a couple of the long-range recon patrol guys now attempting the flank. I would have thought we'd have seen a little bit more use of smoke from these guys, considering how many experienced members we have on the field. But it might just be that the advancing team don't want to obscure the team in the background that are laying down the suppressing fire and keeping the heads of the Axis below the parapet. Your Real 5 going down there, unfortunately. He was on point. We've got Wiki slaying them right, left and centre. Going down to Jackpot there just before he goes and gets taken out by Southern Chick. And we are seeing some incredibly intense moments here as they move down to the last two objectives. Of course, guys, if they are able to take the two objectives, the Allies, this will enable them to move in with far more points and abilities in the next map of this operations. Of course, guys, if you're wondering what you're watching, this is Grand Operations hosted by the Hardcore League. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you very much for stopping by with myself, KLW Hitman Pike Battlefield Esports Shoutcaster with the Hardcore League. Just watching Phoenix Elite Phoenix Elite Network Smeagol V moving in, attempting the revive on Hubert there, but unfortunately going down before he got the opportunity to get Hubert up. Bosch also HL member of staff, global community manager, guys. This gentleman deserves a round of applause. He makes so much of this all possible, and unlike myself, Deadeye and Mason, who are very much in the limelight, Bosch is behind the scenes, just really working hard to make sure that you guys have the best Battlefield esports experience. Some have called him the true brains behind Battlefield esports, but you know, let's see how he gets on. Getting the smoke out there at the moment. Currently making use of the Sten. Backing him up is the MP30. Sorry, the P32. I'll try this again. Backing him up is the P38, and he's got himself rigged up as a field medic at the moment, which is going to be very helpful for his team, because this map and the nature of the way you have 64 players cramming into such a small area can cause for a lot of casualties to take place. And unfortunately, guys, that possibly looks like our third crash of the evening. I do apologise for that, guys. It is definitely a pain in the backside. We'll just reset quickly because we are having an amazing time here on round 1, map 2. Just bear with me, guys. I do apologize. They're going to be dedicated just on the air combat side of things. Look. Alright, so in the meantime, guys, we will just load things back up. But in case you've been missing out, we've had Shots Fired podcasting, which was hosted last night by myself. I had guest in Mr. Deadeye himself, the founder of Hardcore League. He was just bringing us up to date with everything that was going on with the league, the general direction of things, what's going to be coming up over the next couple of weeks and months, and everything that we've missed with TTK discussion and over the last couple of weeks. And we did cover a little bit of RSP discussion as well. So guys, I do apologise. As I've mentioned, unfortunately, when it comes to Spectator, it's definitely still got its issues, and it's taking a little bit of time just to iron things out. In the meantime, just bear with me, and we will be kicking things back off with Grand Competition here, hosted by the Hardcore League. But in the meantime, guys, I think it's well worth mentioning we have a lot of teams out there. We've got Strike Team 6, we've got Long Range Recon Patrol, we've got Apex, we've got the Division of Warriors, we've got Point Gap, Prototype, who else? Who haven't I mentioned already? There's so many teams. There's like literally so many teams. I can't think of all of them right now, and I know that they're going to be pissed because I've missed out so many teams. We've got Phoenix Elite Network, we've got Icon. You know, it's just amazing to see how many teams are coming back into the fold, because I know Battlefield 1 wasn't for everybody and we did lose a few members, but it would appear that definitely off the back of this now we are getting a lot of teams back, which is just brilliant to see. And once we get through the issues of, you know, Battlefield 5 being a new game, you know, once we overcome all of this, you know, it's going to be a great game. Right here, we've got the foundations for an amazing game. And once RSP drops, once they sort out TTK and leave it alone and just get over this whole changing the game thing, this is why we need a CTE. Definitely, I think we need to troubleshoot things. We need to beta and alpha things first. That definitely seemed to work really well for Battlefield 4, so hopefully that's something that DICE does look at implementing in the near future. Guys, if you want to hear me and Deadeye discussing this in a slightly more detail, episode 1.7 Shots Fired Podcasting, it's in the videos above. You can check it out. We hosted it up yesterday. It does host every other Friday. The next one will be January 4th, if I'm not mistaken, and we're going to be getting Team Apex in for that. Looking forward to it very much. We've also got a number of team leader interviews lined up with the real Dum Dum, and he's going to be he'll be able to put you up with a link, no doubt, in the stream. Failing that, you can head over to hlteams.com to get signed up. Looks like I'm back in the server, guys, so I'm just going to throw us over.
Playing with IBS has always been a struggle of mine, but I'm not alone. Thousands of Battlefield players just like me suffer from irritable blueberry syndrome. But there is hope.
Hardcore League is a major advancement in the treatment of irritable blueberry syndrome and reduces the likelihood of encountering PTFO inhibitors. When compared to other PTFO therapies, Hardcore League has been proven to help players live significantly longer without IBS flare-ups or growth.
Hardcore League changed what I thought was possible for IBS treatment.
Ask your doctor about once daily Hardcore League and visit hardcoreleague.co for more information. Hardcore League may cause serious side effects, including elation. The most common side effects are lack of sleep, extended gaming, trouble stopping, newfound love of the game, excessive fun, and advanced PTFO.
Alright, so let's just see how we're getting on now. We're on to the next map, if I'm not mistaken, Hamada. And let's just take a look at how things appear from the tabletop perspective. Right now, the Axis holding Alpha, Bravo, and Delta, with an allied offensive from the bottom left-hand side of the screen here, guys. And it looks like a pretty solid front line developing on Alpha objective, so I'm just going to start there. Let's see how we get on. Just covering Mordred up in the air at the moment. Let's see how Mordred gets on. Mordred is a pretty kick-ass pilot, and we've seen him before in the Phoenix Elite Aerial League competitions and events. Definitely not to be messed with. There's a lot of good pilots out there, and at the moment making use of the Messerschmitt and the rockets, doing quite significant damage there, but unfortunately no kill off the back of that. So let's just have a look how we appear the moment. He looks incredible. This game looks incredible. I love the aesthetics of this game, it has to be said. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't that just look beautiful? The level of detail involved. Alright, before I'll so let's keep this objective. So let's just take a look at the old scoreboard right now. We are currently run by, let's take a look at the allies here. Strike Team 6, Blake the Bait, 23 kills to 10 deaths, followed by PG's Martese Brother, 23 kills to 7 deaths, Lillian 42, 8 kills to 6 deaths, PG's Joan going 8 kills to 6 deaths, LRP's Virtue X9 going 20 kills to 11 deaths. Over on the Access side, we have AOTG's Old Bold Donkey, 28 kills to 13 deaths. Panda, 35 kills to 5 deaths. Acidium representing Eye for an Eye, he's got 15 kills to 5 deaths. Apex Wiki getting 18 kills to 3 deaths. Alright guys, so let's just take a look back with Mordred, because I do think we are seeing a bit of a dogfight develop here. If I am mistaken, we'll move on. Let's just take a look. No, currently not on the 6 o'clock of anyone right now. So just landing with Bachelor Pad representing Prototype Gaming. He's on Charlie objective, making use of the Esmely Turner rifle. Very much a choice weapon between the Battlefield esports players this evening. And at the moment he hasn't got too much going on, so we'll just take a look at that table down perspective again, see if we can find something a little bit more intense going on. Just bear with me. Alright, so right now just landing on Bravo objective. We are seeing quite a strict defense from the Access team right now. The Allies are attempting a good attack here, but it looks like Icon Hennessy and the rest of them are struggling to get pushed in there. He's taking multiple hits off the 6 o'clock from Wiki, who has just managed the kill there. Congratulations to him. Alright, that looks like Bravo's clear at the moment. Video Game Freaks in the background there, putting a little bit of sniper fire into Bravo, but these guys have a pretty solid lockdown. So I would imagine the majority of the fighting is going to be between Alpha and the main spawn for the Allies. Right now, these guys are pushing up and they hold Alpha objective, and they've managed to breach in to the map as well, holding Delta, Echo, Foxtrot in the background there. Obviously a very spread out map here, guys, so we're not going to see very many vanguards, and if we do, these teams are going to be doing themselves no favors. They want to be spread out, covering as many flags as possible. I think the team that is the most mobile, the most dynamic, is going to take this map, because you know, you just need to make use of those light skin vehicles that enable your team to be able to transport itself around the map quickly. Alright, these guys at the moment looks like they're struggling to hold themselves here at Alpha. So let's just cover Cars Rolfin at the moment, getting 9 kills to 5 deaths, currently up in the Stuka B1. And I'm not too sure whether he's thinking he's got someone on his 6 here, but he's definitely in need of those repairs. And that is what he's doing. So let's just take a look here. See who's getting a good kill death ratio. We've got Blake the Bait at the moment, still running at the top of the Allied scoreboard with 29 kills to 14 deaths. I'm just going to see if I can land on Blake here for the minute, if we can find him. Just bear with me, guys, as I look for Blake. Alright, in that case, I'm just gonna cover Bosch again for the moment. He is attacking Bravo objective. Currently looks to be very much on his own, and he has got contacts there with him. This could be an issue for Bosch unless he gets some support soon from his teammates in the Hardcore League squad. We've got Southern Chick. Buau is around here somewhere as well. And we've also got Stupid Ass Eddie representing CT, moving into the objective to support, as well as Nightwing XDG. Alright, at the moment, these guys looking pretty clear on Bravo objective. Happy that it's clear. They're now moving out to support over Alpha. So just covering Bosch at the moment. Taking some shots over from Creeland, but it looks like he's got some pretty solid cover between him and Creeland right now, which is going to act in his favour. Right now we've got some contacts with Murdered and Jackpot moving up on point. Bosch going to come into contact here. Multiple contacts at that. Unfortunately getting taken out there by that pretty solid vanguard of Allied just coming out of Alpha Objective, but getting onto their 6 o'clock, we have Booyah taking a few shots there, unfortunately going down, getting taken out by Jackpot, leaving Deadeye to anchor. Deadeye now backed up by Bosch. One of these guys needs to hold a pretty solid point just so they're not getting taken out. They don't want to get swiped. That will harm them in terms of points, and it will also mean that they will lose their presence, that foothold on the objective, which is sorely needed right now. Unfortunately, it does look like they just got swiped there. So let's take a look at these guys pushing across the road now, happy that things are safe. And there we go. Entertaining as always. Thank you very much, my dude. That's always appreciated. I hope you're having a good one, Stealth Simo. The 200 bits are awesome. Let me know if there's anyone in the game that you want covering, my dude, and I will endeavour to cover them for you. These guys at the moment are working hard. Lillian, just with Phoenix Elite Aerial League, Lillian currently with 12 kills to 8 deaths. Just pushing up on Crazy Indian, of course, is a staff member here at the Hardcore League. Absolute legend of a man. Alright, let's just move on a little bit here, see how everyone's panning out, see if anyone's getting into any contacts here. Of course, guys, this is a very spread out map. I would imagine this is probably not going to be one of the more regularly seen maps out there because it is so spread out. A lot of the teams are spending their time just walking between objectives by the looks of it. But we're just seeing Medicant almost taking a kill there. Medicant's moved over to Res recently, RES. So hopefully we're going to be seeing a little bit more from them over the coming weeks and months. Looks like he's got himself contact in the backline. Is he able to lay him out? Yes, he is. He manages to get the squad wipe as well. And didn't quite catch to see who that was on, unfortunately. But really impressive shooting with his M1A1 carbine. Looks like he's got it decked out and gold-plated. So he must have a lot of experience with that weapon. Definitely good to see. So guys, let me know in the chat who you think's going to take this. Right now, it's not an incredibly close game, but it's not a tight game either. So either team could come back, but the Allies are definitely taking the lead right now. And they also have the majority of flags. The Germans really are struggling. Of course, the Allies do spawn in with quite a large amount of tanks at the beginning of this map. The Germans, of course, spawn in with all the objectives. A little bit like Conquest Assault back in Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 4. Alright, looks like Mike moving in for the revive on Medicant, who has just gone down. We were just covering him before. And these guys working as quite a tight squad here, which is excellent to see.
Here for you.
Alright, that was quite a dangerous revive there. Yeah, and unfortunately going down to Wiki Panzer, sorry. And Hugh, buddy. Hugh, I'm giving you bad luck tonight, I'm sure, dude. Alright, bear with me, guys. Let's find Creeland been smashing it in the tank. We saw him putting a few shots down range, doing a little bit of damage to Hugh earlier. But he is making use of the sniper class at the moment. Has he got the SMLE? If I'm not mistaken, making use. Yeah, he's making use of the SMLE. Right, let's carry on looking through here, guys. See who else we've got going on. Lillian getting into a little bit of contact here at the moment. She had a bit of metal just now. But holding Bravo currently looks to be on her own. Let's take a look at that free cam, get a general perspective for things. Wiki, Kegos, and Fallen Shadow. These guys in the background here holding out and putting a good offensive up onto the objective. Video Freak, Game Freak there, backing up, but doesn't look like to be getting a revive on Lillian. About to get into it with Fallen Shadow. Fallen Shadow from CT taking the kill there. Backed up by Apex's Collard Greens. Cannot wait to have a chat with these guys soon in the coming weeks and months. Of course, guys, if you like what you're watching, don't forget to hit that clip. If you see those oh my days moments, you know, don't forget to make sure that they are included for consideration in Hardcore League's monthly top 5 clips. Alright, just covering Bravo objective at the moment. Jackpot Might are currently the lone allied members on there. They are about to get outrun. Shadow getting the melee there on one of the blueberries. Unfortunately went down. No chance of staying alive. Jackpot is also down as well. These guys have just come in and absolutely executed the enemy team. Boon Saints, Boondock, my dude, coming in with a little bit of LRP. Absolutely, my dude. Feel free to throw down those bitties. I will come in just because I have enough respect for LRP, and I was going to jump on them next anyway. I will throw them up anyway. But let's see if we can get some long-range recon patrol up, guys. Of course, we watched the long-range recon patrol video earlier. It was the Invitational. And oh my days, the production value on that video is just incredible. Those guys are just such an on-point community. We really do have a lot of respect for Hardcore League. Just bear with me, guys. I'll tell you what, we will we'll go for this the proper way. There we go. There I found you. Alright, let's just cover long-range recon patrol. We've got Aggro Remix. Aggro doubles up as a member of Hardcore League staff as well. He's backed up by Moody, Prince Kill, Virtue X9 and Manny Savage. These guys, we are going to be seeing some awesome gameplay and squad play from them. I would imagine they are very much an on-point community and just incredible to watch. Alright, getting some shots down range with the Panzerfaust there. Let's see how these guys get on. Let's see how they're formed as a squad. These guys moving as a small vanguard at the moment, taking some fire downrange from Alpha Objective. I would imagine that is Grizzly in the background there, putting the fire downrange. But at the moment, they are just holding out firm on Delta Objective. And it looks like, thank you very much, Tron MC dropping 300 bitties for charity as well. My dude, thank you so much. That is so appreciated. You, sir, are an officer and a gentleman. Alright, at the moment, sticking with Aggro Remix. He's putting those shots downrange on the tank. Not sure that he'll be able to land those hits there, but he can be a little bit careless with those Panzers as he is currently sitting on an ammunition crate. Oh, is he going to go for that bomber? He should do. Let's see whether he gets it, because if he did, that would be some oh my days right there. I would probably fall off my chair. He could really do with sighting these shots. He's not really looking to see where these shots are going right now, which is putting him at a slight disadvantage because he is firing blind. And that could definitely hold him back. We got Underbones in the chat dropping in there. My dude, what is going on with you? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Always glad to see you here, my brother. I am very well, thank you this evening. Catching these oh my days moments. It's just too easy to shoutcast this amazing Battlefield esports when you've got these amazing members of the community in here. And we are stacked with amazing members of the community as well. We are seeing a showcase. We're seeing a few of the best members put forward on each team right here, and these guys are just landing the shots left, right and centre. Currently covering Aggro Remix, who is just, you know, just incredible. Let's just take a look at his kill death ratio at the moment. Unfortunately going negative 19 to 24, but of course guys, it isn't all about that kill death ratio here at the Hardcore League or at the Battlefield scene in general. You've got to be able to medic, you've got to be able to PTFO, and you've got to be able to work together and communicate for the higher objective. We've got Diesel Draves coming in with the what up. What's going on with you, my dude? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. For anyone that is your first time joining us, guys, if this is you're not stopped by the Battlefield Hardcore League channel before, then please do hit that follow, hit that like, hit that share. We really appreciate your support. If you want to retweet us to Battlefield, then the hashtag is BF small e capital S BFES Battlefield Esports. Alright guys, just landing on Medicam representing RSC again, making use of the Gavia, which has been a very popular weapon amongst the teams this evening. Again, I'm seeing a bit of an issue with the squad here. Right now, let's just right now. Let's see how he's getting on, because it looks like he possibly, no, he does have some backup there, and he's backed up by the long-range recon patrol and some point gap as well. So we've got, oh my days, that was a crazy explosion there. We saw Aggro Remix getting blown across the objective, and that was quite dramatic to see. Absolute oh my days moments right there. Manny Savage in the background almost getting taken out by a plane, but I suspect that was a friendly, as it did no damage at all to the allies on Delta objective. Alright, just going to take a look at the table down perspective if it will let me. And let's just take a look at how things are panning out. Right now, it is pretty much in the hands of the allies, who hold both a flag majority and a ticket majority, with over 292 tickets to the Axis's 142. It looks like the allies are in a good position to take the win here and walk away with the draw. So right now, covering Creeland, he's moving up with Point Gap Video Game Freaks, and these guys just moving across, possibly looking to put some presence down onto Foxtrot objective, which is pretty lightly defended at the moment. That said, the vast majority are on Echo objective. We're seeing a vanguard right now of the Access. Just going to land with Collard Greens there, who is in the midst of them at the moment, following Romulus 750 into the over the bridge by the looks of it. No, they're not going to go for the bridge, which is probably not a bad idea, because that bridge is very exposed. You do need to approach it with a heck of a lot of smoke, and even then you're not necessarily completely safe because you're so open to the flanks. Alright, at the moment we are just sticking with Collard Greens, who is moving round onto Foxtrot objective. We have seen an extremely strong game from Apex so far this evening. These guys really have been on point and really bringing the PTFO. Alright, wow, that was a lovely little sexy two-piece with the sticky dynamite. He managed to get Smeagol, and unfortunately I didn't catch the other pen member that he got, but it was definitely another pen he got. Alright, he is taking this objective now. Doesn't look to be like anyone in his immediate vicinity. Did see a contact off in the distance there, but neither are engaging each other, so I doubt that they've seen each other. And there comes the cavalry by the looks of it on Foxtrot objective. These guys now coming back with the flags there. They've got Bravo, Delta, Echo, Fox and Golf. But that might not be enough, with only 88 tickets to the Allies, 263. Right now, the Access are in a very sticky predicament. However, they did take last match. So right now, we are seeing a draw between the two teams. Alright, just covering Grey St. Maur and Sin Diablo. These guys are about to get back rage, but no, Keop going down there. Grey St. Maur saw him and managed to get the kills down range. Grey at the moment in his light tank, in his Valentine, making use of it. Doing an incredibly good job. Alright, moving up to Bravo objective. Currently, right now, that is one heck of an open objective. So if these guys get pushed in quickly, then they can be smart and they can take it before the Access realise that they have lost it. Slothity, I mean, different game modes for different people. You're never going to get a game mode that caters for everyone at the end of the day. And, you know, personally, I like to change it up a little bit between this and Standard Conquest, but I can totally appreciate why you might not enjoy it quite as much as Conquest. Oh, and it looks like those guys getting completely wiped out by the V1 rocket, and Sin Diablo just got taken out by the bomber shortly after. Right now, it could be that Bravo could get retaken as Prototype Frost GG is moving in. Currently on his own, he's going to need more support. Oh my days! Did you see that in the background? I think that Stucker just ate dirt right there, taking out Mug by Potato. That was incredible to watch, guys, and damn it! JBI just getting wasted again by the Stucker. These guys are really just taking this team out with the air. Right now, these guys are incredible to watch. What an amazing support for your team to be able to come in with that level of accuracy right there. Let's see if we can find out who's in the plane right now. Since these guys, I think, would be quite interesting to cover. Yeah, we've got Bio, and it's Cars are Coffin 89, and I think these guys are working together in formation right now. He's got to reload his bombs if I'm not mistaken. And looks like they've got a Spitfire on their 12 o'clock. They're getting a few shots put down range. We're probably going to catch the kill if we go. Just bear with me, guys, if we can catch that action there. I didn't see where they went. Yeah, I think that Spitfire just went down by Delta. Alright. That was some incredible flying from the two Stockers right there. Alright, he's seen someone else. He's going for... Yeah, he gets the one piece there. Quite impressive to see. Just going to see if I can find the other pilot. There he is. We've got Mordred up in the plane again, making use of the Messerschmitt M19-111. M09. Oh my days, there it goes. That was clinical. Bloody hell, that was such a good shot. What a bloody good chap. Wow. He's just on point at the moment. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, that would be, are we on the 5th? I think that'll be the 5th stall of the evening. My apologies, guys. We'll just restart that. Sorry about the noise there, guys. Wow. Well, that was just amazing. We are seeing some great Battlefield tonight, aren't we, guys? This is just, it's really just amazing just to be able to shoutcast it. You guys make it easy, honestly. You guys are my passion. I love you guys. You know, just keep doing what you do. Honestly, we're gonna make this great. We're gonna make Battlefield great. Yeah, definitely. Whew, wow. I need a drink. So guys, let me know in the chat who do you think is going to take man of the match? Who do you think deserves that? I'm really interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are. You know, we have seen some amazing playouts by these various communities out there, and you know, wow, it's just been, these guys are on fire, absolutely on fire. AMP knows how to use a plane, probably the best pilot in Battlefield 1 IMO. Yeah, is he in the match? I'll try and cover him, my dude, absolutely. Sounds, thank you very much for giving me the heads up. If there's anyone specific you want to see covered, of course, don't forget to drop those bitties, and we will cover them for you, my dude. Alright. What an absolutely amazing night of Battlefield Esports it's been there, guys. In the meantime, I'm going to throw up Long Range Recon Patrol's recruitment video again. Of course, if you want your team recruitment video thrown up, guys, then all you have to do is send it over to myself, get it uploaded into the Hardcore League Google Drive so that all the stream team members and all the shoutcasters have access to it. We'll be able to really showcase you guys however you want. You know, you put that video together, as long as it's not got any anything dodgy in it, we'll throw it up. In the meantime, Long Range Recon Patrol, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of love for LRRP in the chat, so they think they are going to win. LRRP for the win, going to the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I like to see. That is what I like to see.
Oh my days! Oh my goodness, and he gets the 2-piece, ladies and gentlemen!
If you haven't already done so, hit that clip because that was absolutely amazing.
Oh my gosh! The boys over at LRRP just suffered a loss of one of their members. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to just take a minute of silence for that young man. Oh, and there it is right there. Lurch moving to the top. Lurch moving forward. What a match. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
Playing with IBS has always been a struggle of mine. But I'm not alone. Thousands of Battlefield players just like me suffer from irritable blueberry syndrome. But there is hope.
Hardcore League is a major advancement in the treatment of irritable blueberry syndrome and reduces the likelihood of encountering PTFO inhibitors. When compared to other PTFO therapies, Hardcore League has been proven to help players live significantly longer without IBS flare-ups or growth.
Hardcore League changed what I thought was possible for IBS treatment.
Ask your doctor about once daily Hardcore League and visit hardcoreleague.co for more information.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. IBS. Do you suffer from it? Then the Hardcore League has your 6. Alright, let's take a look here now, guys. We are on Aerodrome. And currently, right now, again, I believe, yeah, it looks like these guys are back into front lines now. And we're seeing pretty dominant defense here. Alpha objective by the Axis. The Allies are pushing in, making some headway. They look to have a little bit of a foothold. We've got Murdered and Studmeyer on the opposite side here, which are pushed up. And it could be that they are able to put some pretty effective suppressing fire into Alpha objective, which will, yeah, that's going to, literally, it's happening now in front of our eyes, guys. We can see the members drawing over to engage the flank attack, and that has left them wide open from the main assault, guys. And that is some absolutely fantastic battlefield strategy being demonstrated for you right in front of your eyes, guys. It could have been deliberate, it could have been accidental, but either way, it has worked out to enable the Allies to push up a little bit further into the Alpha objective. But they are not able to capitalize on it fully because it looks like the Axis have now got savvy to their current strategy and have come back to reinforce themselves on Alpha objective. Absolutely incredible to watch there, my guys. So let's just take a look, and we're going to land with a couple of the guys here. Alright, just put in Martini Easy Bro. Moment, he's in the tank and he's got some guys suppressed. Oh, that was a pretty good shot, but no hit there, unfortunately for him. He's not quite got the angle. Might be able to get the angle here though, putting some bloody effective fire down far side of Alpha objective. Yeah, in the Valentine, if I'm not mistaken, with the 17-pounder. Alright, oh, with the 6-pounder, my apologies. Alright, just covering long-range recon patrol at the moment. Let's see what we've got here at the moment. Alright, just covering IEBBS, moving in for the revive on Medicant, unfortunately getting taken out there. No, he didn't get taken out, but he also, did he manage to revive? No, he did not, luckily for him. Okie dokie, let's take a look. Oh, wrong part of the map. There we go. Alright, and it would appear that things are now moving up from the first set of objectives. The Allies, the Axis now attempting the defense on Charlie, and it looks to me as if they have a very solid defense there as well. My apologies, it would be Charlie if we were playing Conquest, however it's Alpha. Let's see if they've made use of the defenses yet. They are getting those defenses built up, but those defenses will likely get taken out quite quickly, as it looks like the Allies are moving in with a significant armoured column. Oh my days, always a pleasure calling these matches, Hitman. Oh, dude, yeah, I love this, dude. This is why I live. One day I want to do this, you know, all the time, you know? That would be great. All right, let's take a look at these guys right now. Pushing up. They've got a Vanguard moving into Alpha Objective. The smoke down to cover them. Not a bad idea. But now it's all about getting those explosives and that firepower and getting that absolute fire superiority so that they can get their assaulting division pushed up into the main objective right now. They're getting a foothold though, and things could look very sticky at this stage. Alright, let's just see how we look at it from inside, if we can find it. There we go. Let's just take a look at that defensive formation. These guys right now, they are pretty stretched out here. They're having to defend their right flank, which seems to be getting probed quite heavily by the armor column that we talked about just before. Good Girl Jen coming in with the host there. Thank you very much, Good Girl Jen. Always a pleasure to see you, my lovely. I hope you are very well this evening. We got Hennessy across the map there in the Churchill, and he's backed up by Blake the Bait in the Valentine. And these guys are absolutely on fire at the moment, just performing really well. And giving the infantry the opportunity to get pushed up into Alpha Objective. Blake could do with just destroying that barbed wire just to open it up a little bit for his teammates. But he is otherwise engaged, shooting at the infantry which are retreating at the moment, which is not going to help them. But by the looks of it, yeah, there we go. These guys now moving on to the next set of objectives. Watching the armor column taking a number of hits here. They might be getting a little bit too close to the infantry, and that could definitely cause them some issues. But just watching these guys at the moment, they are putting some amazing fire downrange, and you can see in the distance the infantry is pushing across the map, and these guys are 100% what is enabling them to do that. They are keeping the access extremely suppressed on Alpha Objective, and this is some absolutely fantastic PTFO formation by the tank right here. They are doing exactly what the tanks need to be doing, keeping them enough distance so that they're not getting directly contacted themselves, but enabling the infantry a clear passage to do what they need to do. Mel Rocks coming in with the hype. Absolutely. What's going on, Han? Hope you're well. Alright, long-range recon patrol, Virtue going down in the background there, but these guys are definitely stepping it up a gear as they close the net in on Alpha. Right now, Access are struggling to come back from this, and we are seeing a lot of explosions going down range. So let's go and get a little bit more gritty-nitty with the two teams. We are watching Jackpot get absolutely hunted down by the Team Apex and the Hardcore League staff there. We're watching Bosch and Deadeye moving up, taking a lot of fire as they move in. Crazy also representing staff, moving in and getting the 6 o'clock of Deadeye, taking him clean out there. Medicant coming out of the window, backing up Crazy. These guys, it could go either way right now, but they have moved off onto Alpha Objective and absolutely committing war crimes onto the Access, making them pay for every step of forward that they took during the initial assault. By the looks of it, Phoenix Elite Network charging, taking the lead there, being the tip of the spear, backed up by Enjoy. We've also got RES as well as Icon, all moving firm onto Alpha Objective. Now all they have to do is consolidate themselves, get themselves built up, get the defenses built up, and move over to Bravo Objective. There's a lot of open ground that these guys have to cover, and this could be an issue for them. So, you know, they're going to need to come in with their smoke. They're going to need to get fire superiority laid down, and they're going to need to do it quickly. These guys are on point. Oh my days. The fire going across the map right there is just incredible. The back and forth really is amazing, but they mean to take this seriously. They have a foothold. Medicant going down there. Studmeyer and AKA Crazy, if they can just hold out and anchor for their squad mates, this could be it, guys. They could move into Bravo, but I really would be surprised if they're able to do that. Crazy is massively outnumbered. He's got the Apex Moose. Oh, Apex Moose going down, so Crazy is currently safe for the moment. Wow, Wow, what an incredible fight from Crazy. Unfortunately going down. Didn't quite catch who it was to, but that was some oh my days right there. Let's take a look over at Bravo objectives, see how the two teams are faring. Right now, the Access are doing a better job of defending Bravo than they did Alpha. That said, oh my days, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing a very strong counterattack by the Access moving into Alpha, and it looks like the Allies have already lost Alpha. This could be an issue for them, guys. Right now, they need to take one of these flags to really stay ahead and keep on top of the Access. But the Access are not making it easy for them. Alright, let's take a look at the camera from the first person perspective. Take a look at that player cam, guys. Bear with me.
Attention, we have now taken objective Baker.
Alright, just landing with Hugh, making use of the M19-18 Thompson. Very effective weapon once you get it leveled up. Getting those revives in there, just demonstrating how important it is to get the revives in there. And of course, the team that takes the win is going to be the team that has the best medics, has the most medics, and is able to keep that up. Unfortunately, Hugh going down to Fallen Shadow there, just landing on Bosch for the moment. Bosch being community global manager for the Hardcore League. He is very much the person behind the scenes making this all possible. Alright, just landing with Medicam for the moment. Medicam making use of the Gavir. Currently with 52 kills, ladies and gentlemen, to 22 deaths. That is nothing short of incredible. Make that 53 kills as he gets the one piece on Kreeland, representing BFN. These guys slaying each other. Unfortunately, he got the free piece before he went down to AOTG's Panda. Wow, just incredible to watch, guys. I just cannot believe where these guys are just taking things from right, left, and center. So I'm just going to cover Murdered for the minute. He is putting shots down range at the moment, but unfortunately getting no immediate hits there. Oh, he manages to take Nightwing DG in the head with a solid shot there. These guys need to do some reviving, though. I'm not seeing any medics in the squad. This is going to hurt them. Icon, you know you've been out of Battlefield Esports for a while, but come on, man. You guys are veterans. You should know that you need medics. Everyone needs medics. But, you know, maybe it's just because it's more of a casual event tonight. But right now, let's head over to the Access side, see how these guys are getting on here with Battlefield Nations. Alright, we've got Dark Hadu at the moment. He's backed up by Aerosol Warrior, Blasted Rabbit, and Kreeland. Just unfortunately going down there to one of the PGs. So let's land with Aerosol Warrior for the moment, making his way round there. Unfortunately getting taken out by the Bren gun. And then to add insult to injury, Hubert's just shut a door on his head. These guys unfortunately taking a lot of casualties there. We have a mass casualty incident right here. They are going to need to do their triaging and decide who lives and who dies, those medics. Right now it does look like they've managed to recapture Alpha. We are seeing a lot of back and forth of the flags right now between the two communities. That was a very big explosion, and it looks like Hennessy just managed to take out Joan in the tank there. Very impressive considering that was a Tiger tank. That is going to hurt the Access right there. They are not going to be able to rely on that Tiger support any further for the moment till it respawns back in. Sloth ET, PG, yeah, my dude, that's not a problem. If you want me to follow anyone in particular, all you have to do is drop those bitties and I will hit that follow. And in fact, Good Girl Jen, was there anyone you wanted me to cover in particular? Because you have dropped some bitties, my lovely, that's not a problem. Right, here we've got it here. PG Ipspoon. 1 second, my dude, let's see if I can get him on board. Let's see if I can find him first.
Got first aid here.
Beware that objective Able has been lost.
Yeah. Did you meet? Alright, unfortunately, buddy, I can't find the guy that you want me to cover there. Unless it's just a general call out. All right, let's just take a look at the old leaderboard right there, guys, because these players are going to have some amazing kill death ratios. And leading the way, we've got RSE on the Allied side, Jackpot, 67 kills to 26 deaths. Martinis Bros, 85 kills to 20 deaths. Lillian 42, 37 kills to 20 deaths. Virtue X9, 58 kills to 30 deaths. Manny Savage, 59 kills to 20 deaths. Over on Team 2, Wiki leading the way with 53 kills to 14 deaths. Collard Greens, 57 kills to 33 deaths. Panda, 83 kills to 40 deaths. Rias Pieces, 37 kills to 23 deaths. That is just incredible, guys. These are some amazing players that you're watching right now here. Some of the best Battlefield players on the esports scene. And look at the amount of fire that Boyer is taking there right now. He has got a 360 fight on his hands right there. And it looks like Smeagol and Lillian came in and executed Booyah with a coup de grace by shooting him in the back of the head whilst he was wounded. That is absolute savagery right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at how we're getting on over here. The two teams are matching off well against each other, doing incredibly well. We've got Elusive in the stream. What is going on, my dude? Glad to have you here. Welcome by and welcome back. Alright, these two teams at the moment slamming each other with kill deaths. But let's just cover Hennessy representing Icon. We landed on Hennessy before. Hennessy, of course, being a veteran member of the Battlefield esports community. Unfortunately, getting taken out by Keok there. So just landing with Manny Savage representing Long Range Recon Patrol. Very close to that V1 missile, but luckily enough, he did not go down. Unfortunately, getting taken out by the Gavir 98. Alright, just covering Hubert representing MJoy. Hubert going down there. Landing with Leon, going for the revive, also going down. So we'll just cover Phoenix Elite Network for the moment, represented by Smeagol. Smeagol going in for the revive. He is out in the open at the moment. This could be an issue for him. He needs to watch himself. These guys at the moment, they look to have things covered pretty nicely. Alright, we're about to see a V1 drop. Oh, damn it! Look at that! That is... Oh my days! That was an incredible V1 by Joe and caught by myself perfectly, if I don't say so. And there it is. Oh my goodness. The V1 crashed the game. The V1 crashed the game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God, this game is killing me tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that was possibly our sixth crash of the evening. So just bear with me. Oh, doesn't this stuff make you want to cry? You know, they've got themselves a great game here, but unfortunately there are some issues with it that need fixing. But don't worry, guys. Any issues that I come across, especially with the spectator mode, because it isn't a mode that people use a lot very often, I do feedback my sort of my concerns to the various people at DICE through the forums and the Battlefield Game Changers chat. Oh wow, what a fantastic night of Battlefield esports it's been so far, guys. You have just made it a pleasure to shoutcast so far. I'm going to land back in that what would have been our final map, if I'm not mistaken. Dead did confirm that we were doing 3 maps, so yeah, but we'll see if we can load back in and just catch the end of that. I don't think we will catch the end of it, but we might just be able to look over the leaderboard. We've seen some amazing gameplay from you amazing people tonight, and this really is it, guys. You know, if you want to get involved with Battlefield esports, we are trying our best here. We are plugging this at every opportunity to make this a thing and make this a viable, professional, well-respected esports circuit. You know, that is 100% our goal, so that you guys out there, you amazing people of the Battlefield community, have somewhere to showcase yourselves, have somewhere to just demonstrate what you have to offer, because we here as the Battlefield community, we are amazing, guys. We're nothing short of amazing. We're such a sound group of players. You know, everyone is just up for having a good time, working together as a team, and a lot of this comes from the game itself. But it's down to you guys. It's down to people like Prophet on Fire, Jeff Braddock, Dan Mitre, you know, and the people out there who provide that sort of role model for us all to, like, you know, live up to. And, you know, that's who we all are, guys. We all want to be, you know, better in ourselves. You know, I've said it before in the past, you know, politics, differences, who you are, all that minor, stupid, petty stuff that we worry about in the real world drifts away when you're in a firefight and with your squad and you're PTFOing and you're throwing the med kits out and you're throwing the supplies out. You know, that's what it's all about, guys. Right there, that experience, you guys living that, you know, together as one community, one team, no silly, stupid differences. So that's what we are trying to capture right here at the Hardcore League. All right, let's see how we're getting on here, guys. I'm just reloading the game back up. Hubert coming in with that raid. Thank you so much, my dude. I've landed on you a few times this evening, and I think I've been definitely, possibly giving you bad luck, so I apologise for that. Wow. All right, guys. Yeah, that was map 3, if I'm not mistaken. These guys will be carrying on. But yeah, we're going to be leaving it at that. It's been an absolutely wonderful evening with you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to run the podcast from last night because we had a lot go on, a lot getting discussed between myself and Deadeye. And it was really well worth catching up with, guys. We've got some big news, some big things coming up. In the meantime, guys, love and respect for myself, KLW Hitman Pike. Please don't forget to hit that follow at twitch.tv/Hitman Pike. I would appreciate your support, your sharing. You know, as I say, all of it goes back into you guys, the community. You are my passion. That's my thing. I'm not really a streamer. I'm a Battlefield esports shoutcaster, and I'm about you guys. Shoutcasting you, and I love you all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, season's greetings, and don't do anything I wouldn't do, which gives you a lot of scope. In the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoy episode 1.7 of Shots Fired Podcasting. Peace. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode here at Shots Fired Podcasting with myself, KLW Hitman Pike, of course, Battlefield esports shoutcaster with the Hardcore League. Joining me this evening, guys, we have Mr. Deadeye, founder of Hardcore League, and pretty much the pioneer of Battlefield esports. So, Dead, how the devil are you this evening, my dude?
I'm doing good, brother. Doing good. I can't complain. No one would listen if I did, so...
It's always a sob story from you, man. No, we get it, man. We get it. No, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes right there, getting set up for pre and post RSP events. And yeah, so Dad's been getting caught up with those events over the last couple of weeks. But leading up to RSP and the release, we're not slacking off here at the Hardcore League. We've got a number of events going on for you guys, matches, and various other things for you guys to get involved with. Plenty of prizes to be won as well. So we'll be discussing that a little bit later on in the match. In the podcast. And of course, we're going to be having Mr. Dum Dum join us at some point this evening. Unfortunately, he's having some technical issues at the moment. But once he resolves those issues, he will be jumping into the cast itself. In the meantime, guys, I don't know whether you've been catching up with the events that we've had over the last couple of weeks, but last weekend we had Friday Night Battlefield, which, if I'm not mistaken, that's marked, if it was last Friday or the Friday before, marked the first event that we've covered in Battlefield 5, if I'm not mistaken there, Dad?
That is correct. Yeah, I covered Friday Night Battlefield on both PlayStation and Xbox last Friday. Which was the first foray that you guys saw here on Twitch into the spectator mode, which I jumped into spectator mode when I was in Sweden and shoutcasted the Game Changers event, which you can find on our YouTube. But as far as live events, yes, I did notice in chat here we got Dr. Optimize rating with a party of 3. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Optimize is part of the PG community, the Point Gap community team. As some of you may know, Point Gap has a competitive team, but they also have a community side. And if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Optimize is part of that. I also got Extreme in the chat, one of one of our content guys, getting his screenshots. How you guys doing?
Yeah, no, we've got some really good names in the chat there. Hugh, my dude, what is going on? Hugh representing Enjoy Gaming Community. Dr. Optimize, if I'm not mistaken, did I cover you as part of the Battlefield finale event that we ran approximately 4 weeks ago? I do recognise your name, and I know Point Gap Community were involved in said match. That was a pretty awesome match. Do get to rerun it quite a lot because it seems to gain quite a lot of traction. People seem to really enjoy the larger scale events, the 32 versus 32. We do appreciate there is also a market as well for those small scale events, the 5v5s, and that's something that we might look at definitely supporting in the future. Who knows? But yeah, no, absolutely. Mr. Extreme, no, it's good to have you in here, my dude. No, appreciate you stopping by. Just saw Hitman Pike talking. I'm just getting loads of stick from Enjoy in the chat as always. But yeah, I mean, did you see any big players during the Friday Night Battlefield event there, Dad?
Oh yeah, we had all kinds of people in there. A lot of teams from the Hardcore League jumped in. You know, obviously on Xbox, the guy there on Xbox is Prophet on Fire. We followed him quite a bit, and some of his minions over on the PlayStation side of things. I believe we saw Hubert in there. We saw Briz in there. We saw some of the Hardcore League PlayStation 4 teams, and then of course the lady of the evening over there for the PlayStation side of Friday Night Battlefield, Miss Lady Arsenic.
Yeah,
was in there as well.
No, so a good show by all the community, really, guys. And then, of course, this is your opportunity to get showcased by us. You can rub shoulders with the various streamers and big names of the Battlefield community. And this is your opportunity, really, just to get networked and meet up with those guys, play with those guys. And Friday Night Battlefield delivers that and has been delivering that for years now. I mean, I'm trying to think. I think Friday Night Battlefield actually goes back to Battlefield 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I believe so. Especially when we had RSP that had so many options, you know, the Friday Night Battlefield, and we saw a return of that a little bit in Battlefield 1 there toward the end as we got more options on random servers. But traditionally, you know, Friday Night Battlefields currently, you know, it's just jump into a server and try to come together. But on the previous titles, they normally did really neat events and different stipulations for the Friday Night Battlefield. So you would jump into Friday Night Battlefield and Prophet on Fire or Lady Arsenic would say, you know, get X amount of kills with this gadget or weapon, and you would have the possibility of winning a best community in the world dog tag.
Yeah.
And things like that, which I hope to see the return of as soon as we get RSP, which we don't have a date or any information really on RSP. It's just kind of up in the air.
Interesting that you would touch on that, Dad, because obviously RSP is a massive topic for the Battlefield community. For a lot of us, you know, we kind of feel like we're in the dark on this subject, and we're not. And if anything, I think that's probably making people more paranoid, because, you know, people are sort of even speculating now that there's not going to be an RSP, and I mean, aside from the fact that RSP is a massive money maker for DICE, and they're never going to get rid of something that makes them money. You know, it's obviously what makes the game function on a certain level, and it also is what enables the community to really thrive and develop itself. Now, me personally, I love this game, I love this series, as a lot of us do here. But it's definitely been a frustrating few months of, you know, sort of trying to decide what's going to happen, you know, where this community's headed. And obviously with the pre-sales where they're at, we're going to have to see some fairly drastic measures taken, hopefully over the next few weeks and months by DICE, just to sort of just inform the community, really. And we appreciate they've got a lot of issues going on and they're getting pulled in all different directions. And you know, so things have had to get sidelined, but I think it would just be great just to have some information. You know, this community is very passionate, very dedicated, and our paranoia can run away with us a little bit if we're not too sure about what exactly is going on.
Well, and I will say this, you know, I've had the opportunity and the pleasure to meet with some of the folks over there, you know. Jeff and Dan and several of the developers, including Daniel Berlin. And I've talked to these guys, and I can tell you from experience, from sitting down and talking with them, that their hearts and minds are in the right place. I think there's other powers that kind of hinder what they would like to do, as far as the community goes. But when it comes to rent servers, it is so huge. It is so huge for the community at rent servers, because I mean, at the end of the day, I believe they'll do some kind of matchmaking if they don't do rent servers. To kind of like Rainbow Six Siege, where we can go in and grab a server for an hour, and utilize it for events and matches and things like that, which will work for us. However, it I pray that they don't do it that way, because RSP is such a huge asset to the community, and it ensures the longevity of the game. Because again, we have a community like no other. You can go anywhere and ask anybody that's been a part of these other communities. The Battlefield community is unique, and it's very tight knit, and yet welcoming at the same time. We love bringing new players into the community, but not having the rent server will just be a horrible move on EA and Dice's part if they decide not to do that. I think I think more so than the TTK debacle that we recently saw.
Sure, no, absolutely, and there was some quite interesting scenes, memes, and quotes coming out of that period there. I think in just under 2 weeks, we managed to get Dice to do pretty much a full U-turn on their plans to change up the TTK again, and it has to be said, I have struggled playing the game recently. I usually don't struggle playing this game, and not in terms of coming back to it and putting the hours in, but just getting kills. Like, my kill death ratios dropped by a full 0.5%. Sorry, yeah, 0.5%. Yeah, 0.05% is what I meant to say. So, yeah, for going from 0.8 to 0.75, my kill death ratio was never great, never has been since 2005. I'm a PTFO medic all the way, fully accept that I am just not a threat on the field, but that's the nature of the game. So
Well,
I've struggled over the last sort of couple of weeks. I don't know about you, Dad.
I actually have not. I've taken to Battlefield 5 extremely well. It takes me back to Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3. Kind of Bad Company 2 with the gunplay and things like that. So, I've done extremely well in Battlefield 5. And as far as the TTK goes, that whole situation. My thoughts on it were, I love the TTK where it was at, as most of the community did. But when it comes down to it, I can adjust to TTK. Uh, there's other problems they definitely should have focused on outside of the TTK. The time to death, the net code issues, the various bugs with the V1s, with the coins after max level, all kinds of things that they could have focused on beforehand. Um, but I mean, I see what they were trying to do. I think they just went about it the wrong way. Obviously we've got Christmas coming up, and they wanted to retain the players that were going to be picking up the game for Christmas. And again, this is all personal opinions of mine, Deadeye, not necessarily the hardcore league. But what I think they were ultimately trying to do was to appeal to other players with that longer TTK, so that they would be like, hey, yeah, definitely get this game for Christmas, and try to retain those players. Um, and so a lot of people were upset about it, and they
Yeah.
did end up reverting it. And what the community needs to know is EA and Dice didn't revert that TTK because they had so many people spewing hate. Um, as one of the game changers, we often give a lot of feedback, and the feedback from the game changers were pretty, pretty on par, resounding that the TTK didn't need to be adjusted and it needed to go back. So I believe that EA and Dice reverted back to the original TTK based on the constructive positive feedback that they got, in regards to it, rather than the mountains of hate that came across.
Mm.
But it is a testament of what the community can accomplish. And not only that, people have got to sit back and think about, um, Dice made a huge statement by reverting that back. They
Yeah.
come in and they said, okay, guys, we hear you. We see what's going on. We've gathered the information, and keeping our core community happy is more important to us than the bottom dollar at the end of Christmas, which says a huge amount about EA and Dice. And I think what we really need to do now is press RSP the same way that we
Sure.
were that we uh, uh, opposed the TTK change. Not with the toxicity, but just being very active, very adamant, and stating why it will help everybody out, because it most certainly will, and it would completely mitigate all the problems that they're currently having.
Yeah.
As far as because Battlefield is a skill game. It's a skill first person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And, I grew up in a day when you bought a video game, you either got good at it or you didn't beat it. That was the bottom line. Either you got good at it or you didn't beat it. There was no live updates. You didn't get changes to the game. You played what you got, and you learned how to get better. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it was all about, was getting better at the video game and becoming proficient at playing that video game, and that was part of the appeal. And it's almost like coming in and buying a racing game and saying, I can't beat these other cars. And so you send a letter to the developer and they'll like, okay, well, we'll slow the cars down so you can. You don't get any better by doing that. And I think that's what they were kind of trying to do there.
Yeah.
You realize that it was not the way to go. So if they were to implement RSP, I guarantee you there would be multiple communities out there that would come out with more novice friendly settings, so that these new players that come in that aren't exactly familiar with Battlefield, and they have to get used to the play style and the gunplay and the
Mm-hmm.
TTK, they would have servers to go to. I mean, we saw it on Battlefield 4 all the time. It would be newbie servers or novice servers or training servers,
Mm-hmm.
where the different settings were adjusted. Plus, it also appeals to the other end of the spectrum, the people that want it super hardcore with the no mini maps and
Absolutely.
almost straight mil sim. So they could totally squash all of these issues that they are having by releasing RSP and then dedicating their resources to fixing bugs that RSP would have no control over, because RSP is going to mitigate the TTK. It's going to mitigate the the ammo, the things like that, depending on the settings that they put in there. It is going to allow communities and teams to set up servers to appeal to every type of player, new players,
Mm.
mediocre players, and veteran players. There will be servers out there for everybody should they implement that, and that will free up their time to get into the bugs that have to be
Yeah.
fixed on their end, which are the coins after max level, the
Mm.
the glitches with the B1 rockets, several different things that are happening. They can go in there and fix that if they were just to release RSP, because then they wouldn't have to worry about appealing to all these different players on the base game settings, because each different community would be able to set that server up to facilitate their community. And there's newbies out there that would be like, hey, I'm going to rent a server just for us new guys. And hell, I tell you what, I'll say this right now. If they were, if pulling in new players that aren't very skilled at the game is one of their primary focuses,
Mm.
the hardcore league will run a server 24/7 for newbies if they give it to us. If they gave it to us under that pretense, we will run a server for people to get allocated to the game. We'll have it set up to where it's longer TTKs and things like that, just for the new guys to jump in there and have a place to go.
Absolutely, and that sounds like the total way forward they need to take this project, because right now where the community is, we're pretty much paralyzed, and it's just had an incredibly negative effect. And the longer it goes on, even by weeks, the effect develops and it gets worse, and communities fall apart, and it's just it's tragic to see, because there's a lot of communities out there that won't recover from this, and that might have otherwise gone on to continue into Battlefield 5. But Dr. Optimize, just touching on there, medics are somewhat a dying breed on Battlefield 5. Don't seem to see as many as in Battlefield 1. Yeah, I have to agree with you to a certain extent. I do feel like they are watering down the classes a little bit, just with the way that they've introduced certain new features. So, for example, you know, instead of now getting ammo, being able to get like explosives from a support, you have to go to a support crate. I don't mind that so much, but it does kind of, aside from the fact that support can still hand out bullets and like light ammunition, you know, it does kind of make it very frustrating when you're in the middle of nowhere and you've got all the 4 of the squad, and you've got your assault, and your assault's already put 2 or 3 Panzerfaust into the tank, and then you've got, you know, nothing left to get that tank with, you know. So despite the fact that you've got that full squad there, so you might have that PTFO, but because of the new introduction of how they're doing things, and these having these main points, and having it so that any member of your squad can revive a player, you know, that definitely, to a certain extent, to me anyway, it does feel like they have taken a little bit away from the individual roles, whilst at the same time adding to the game. Because I don't just you know, I'm not saying I dislike these new features. I think they're pretty cool, but you know, I definitely want to see them build on the classes and build on what gives the classes their individuality. Because right now, and I know this happens at the beginning of all Battlefield series releases, you know, the tools that you receive are quite limited, and they have to think quite a lot about how the various tools, that if they're going to bring them into the game, how they're going to impact on the gameplay, and everything has to be balanced, and everything has to be this rock paper scissors sort of scenario. So, I mean, Deb, what are your thoughts on that?
I absolutely have some thoughts on that, and the support not being able to provide things like Panzerfaust and grenades and things like that, I think is a huge oversight that they need to fix. You know, obviously they need to do it, you know, as they had before, where an ammo pouch does not provide those things. But I think the ammo crate most certainly should, because it's adversely affecting our medics as well. And what I mean by that is, like you were saying, you know, you're pushing an objective, you're on the outside of the objective, so you don't have an ammo crate handy, but there's a tank on the objective, so you can't just run in there and try to grab ammo. So you're relying on your squad to provide you with the tools that you need to get the job done as a full unit. Well, what ends up happening is when that assault runs out of rockets and everything, they die. They're like, no, don't pick me up so I can come back with ammo. And then again, you don't have the medic again is not as viable in a situation like that, because they don't need that revive, because they need ammo more important than they need to be up. So again, it takes away from the medic class. Now, I personally, I've seen a lot of medics, a lot of blueberry medics reviving me. I've seen a lot of medics on the field. I've played medics some, and I think medics are extremely useful for the fact that they can revive anybody on the team and not just your squad mates. So it lends itself there. However, with the swipe feature in place, you know, the squad wipe, where if your entire squad gets wiped, you can't get a revive. That again diminishes the medic's viability, because that could be a saving grace. You know, if you've got a player on your team that's not in your squad, that's a medic, and one of you and your squad goes down, but yet you can get a revive from somebody outside of your squad, that keeps your squad in the fight. I do like the swipe though. You know, it rewards a player for finishing the job, so to speak. You know, if you've got a squad pushing an objective and you wipe them all out, you know you've got one more, you wipe them, and you know that they can't spawn right back on that, or they're not going to get a revive from anybody else. You know, that plays into the game as well. But I do think they need to revamp the ammo crates to where the support is able to resupply assaults to make them more viable.
Perhaps like a way of mitigating that, or meeting the developers halfway on this, would be for the support to have a limited amount of ammunition crates that could provide larger rounds. And now I'm not too sure how they go about that, but you know, it's something that could work in conjunction with the smaller ammunition crates.
I wouldn't mind it if they came out with a third tier ammo crate that was just for replenishing heavy artillery mines, Panzerfaust, things like that. You know, if your squad is going to run like that, ultimately, I think that the ammo crate needs to do that right off the bat. But I also agree with you.
Yeah.
I think what they should do is they should continue down the path to attrition, because I think it supports really good squad play.
Absolutely.
And people need to learn to use that. So I think that the support should get the option of an ammo pouch and an ammo crate. The ammo pouch only refills actual ammunition, bullets, and then the ammo crate refills Panzerfaust mines, grenades, and ammunition. But they have a limited amount of those. Let's say they start out with 3, but they can refill those 3 ammo crates at an actual ammo resupply station. So, you know, if your squad can't get that tank off the objective with 3 ammo crates from your support, you're doing something wrong. But you know, any good squad's going to be able to throw that ammo out, keep their assaults ammoed up, shooting rockets at that tank, their medic keeping them up, and then once they remove that tank or remove the threat, they're able to move on the objective, and the support guy is able to re-ammo up on all of his ammo crates that he could throw out later.
No, absolutely, and it's definitely something that we have picked up on Optimize, and I think it's a good point for you to raise there. Hubert just having a discussion about the practice range, saying how he finds it not up to scratch, and he would like to see more. What are we saying there? Sorry, where would you like to stand for specializations to get whatever weapon you use? So yeah, no, absolutely, Hugh. I could not agree more with you there, to be honest. As a veteran player, the practice range brings very little for me to be able to develop my skills. I think if you're a new player to the game, then absolutely. But I was hoping to see just more shooting ranges, just the ability to do more stuff in multiplayer. I was a little bit disappointed with the multiplayer practice range as well. But at the end of the day, I'm still very much glad to see a practice range being used, because it's going to give these new players the opportunity to get really to grips with the weapons, and more importantly the vehicles, which in the past I definitely think has been an issue for newer players joining the game. And Dad touched on it earlier, these guys need a slightly more protected environment. You know, even if you've got that experience of playing first person shooter games, you know, when you approach Battlefield as a new game, you want to approach it right, because it's so easy to get frustrated with this game if you don't play it right, or if you don't play it in the right context with the right people. And obviously that's something that Hardcore League is able to come in and help you with. We provide that network of teams, communities, and just individuals who want to join up and meet together. And Friday Night Battlefield, of course, they do a similar thing, and we work with the Phoenix Elite Aerial League. They're on the same wavelength as well, guys. So we've got just a ton of stuff going on for you guys over the next couple of weeks as well. In fact, tomorrow we have grand competitions, and I know Dad is very excited to tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. I do want to address something I'm seeing in chat here about Dr. Optimize and Extreme, talking about the interactions with the crates, whereas in the pouches you don't have to interact with. You know, you can throw them at somebody and they'll get ammo and they'll get health. The crates, you know, they do have to run up and you hit the button